Welcome back to Lawrence, Kansas, as we celebrate 150 years of college football. And the 117th renewal between Kansas and Kansas State. It's a 14-point game at the break with the Wildcats leading by a score of 17-3. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium, everybody, alongside Shane Vereen and Petros Papadakis. I'm Corey Provis. The first half, statistically, Shane, dominated by Kansas State, especially quarterback Skylar Thompson.
Yeah, Skylar Thompson has really done it with his feet. He's been the bright spot for this game, really, not just the Kansas State offense, but this entire game. He's done it with his feet. He's been efficient with the pass, and they have a 14-point lead going into the third quarter.
Conversely, the Kansas quarterback, Carter Stanley, has really struggled. Skylar has been on point. Stanley is not. 2 interceptions already, and they've been harassing him all game.
And really, for Kansas, fortunate to be down by only 14 would helped out. Kansas State committing 7 penalties in the first half. So the Wildcats will have the ball. Let's begin the second half. A Liam Jones kick will travel it into the end zone and come out to the 25-yard line. So, Petros, you talked about the quarterbacks. You look at the first half. Thompson compared to Carter Stanley. It's been one-sided so far.
Yeah, it's been very difficult for Kansas to get any kind of rhythm. They just haven't been able to do it. They haven't been able to get Puka Williams involved the way they want to get him involved. Skylar Thompson, on the other hand, just like Shane said, really doing it with his legs. I mean, he's outrushed his passing yardage.
Kansas State has won the last 10 in this rivalry. Harry Trotter, the tailback. And Trotter, he's upended shy of the 30-yard line. It's a good hit by Davon Ferguson, but a gain of 4. Now getting back to Trotter, we've seen him often today. We saw a little bit of Jordan Brown, just one series. Have yet to see James Gilbert. 2 important tailbacks bothered by lower body injuries, and really it's been Trotter for the bulk of the day.
Yeah, they've done a good job filling the position.
Seen some of freshman tailback Joe Irvin. And now Thompson rolling, throwing, looking deep. Schoen makes the catch. Schoen breaks free inside the 30 and wrestled down inside the 25-yard line.
He had the tight end, Lanner, short, but he went for it all with Schoen.
He did. I thought he was going to drop it off to the tight end, but he likes Schoen against Kyle Mayberry. Hits him with a nice double move, goes up over the top, brings it down, strong catch, and able to get some yak after the catch. Carrying Mayberry with him.
Might have scored if he didn't wear an undershirt. Look at that thing stretching out.
Very observant.
Skylar usually would go for the underneath route there. Really showing some confidence here.
It's Thompson. He'll keep it. And he'll cross the 20-yard line. Tackled by Mayberry, a gain of 6 for Skylar Thompson.
The Wildcats have really been running the ball. They've really established themselves with that split backs look, and now they're running all kinds of stuff on it, confusing this Kansas defense. And really, it's Skylar Thompson's ability, almost like a magician with the ball, hiding it, moving around, that's really caused trouble for the Jayhawks.
Urban back in on second down and 4. There's the freshman from South Carolina. Only brought down shy of the first down marker, and we've seen Mayberry a lot here so far today. Remember, early on today, Corey early in this game, so Harris hasn't returned. We've seen plenty of Mayberry, and at times Kansas State has gone his way.
Yeah, I think defensively, Kansas has done a good job controlling the pass. They've been getting hurt with the run. All the different ways that Kansas State has been able to run the ball and move the ball down the field.
7th time they've been inside Jayhawk territory today. And here's the option. Thompson will keep it, and he's tackled across the 15-yard line. Another first down carry, a gain of 5 for Thompson.
And that was Darius Moreni who made that play. And that is really what you want to do with the option. You want to turn that corner. If he's going to keep the ball, you want to turn him back into the pursuit. And that time, he was able to make that play. It did not hurt the Jayhawks as badly as it has in the first half.
Yeah, I would like to see Kansas defensively make some adjustments to slow down Skylar Thompson.
Thompson now over 100 yards rushing in this game. On first down, Thompson rolling, throws that one away.
Pass is incomplete.
Mayberry got in the face of Thompson on that throw. It'll be second down. As you look at the total numbers today for Thompson, he's been effective, guys, on the ground and in the air.
Yeah, effective both ways, efficient. He's like I said, he's been the bright spot for this offense, and the only thing that's been holding Skylar Thompson back are the penalties. If Kansas State is able to come out and have a penalty-free half, they have an opportunity for a lot of points.
It's a keep for Thompson. Inside the 10, knocked down at around the 7 by Davon Ferguson. A gain of 6. An important third down upcoming here for Kansas defensively.
Yeah, Ferguson is going to scrape right here off the edge and take care of Thompson. They need to just get somebody on him, whether it's a shadow guy or somebody on either side to take a look at him. They cannot let him run the ball like he did in the first half. Here's the field's a little smaller and a third down. Another opportunity for Kansas to force a field goal here.
Kansas State 6 of 10 on third down today. This is a 3rd and 4. As Trotter leaves the backfield, he makes the catch. Trotter at the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown. As the flag comes in late.
I think that's going to be the second personal foul on. If that's on Trotter, he's out of the game.
Might be a holding as well.
Might be a hold on. They did have some great blocking out on the edge.
By number 4,
there you go.
Offense. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul and replay third down.
Malik Knowles, number 4, left side of the screen right here. And that is a hold, just like you said, Shane.
Got to let go. At some point, I understand you want to finish the block. So many coaches stress finish the block, finish the play. Well, when you're out there in space, you got to be smart.
Look at that. 8 penalties for Kansas State. Keep in mind, second fewest penalties entering the game amongst all Big 12 teams. So that Malik Knowles hold takes away a touchdown. Pressure coming. Thompson escapes at the 5, end zone, touchdown, Kansas State. Another score for Skylar Thompson.
They just don't have an answer for him running the ball on called run plays or when he scrambles away. They just cannot contain Skylar Thompson, becoming one of the most electric running quarterbacks in the country. Check out Skylar turn on the legs when he sees the blitz coming from Mike Lee. He gets away from it.
He gets away from Mike Lee, and when you have a quarterback that can run like Skylar Thompson, you got to have a defensive end set the edge and not allow him to get outside.
He ran it for 4 scores last week. Thompson now 2 more rushing touchdowns today, and the Wildcats break it open. Lead 24-3 in FS1. FS1 College Football is sponsored by Dave & Buster's. Download the new Dave & Buster's Fun app today. 24-3 Kansas State. Another big day. Now a big night for Skylar Thompson. Last 2 weeks had 4 rushing scores in the win over Oklahoma. 2 more today, and you see 120 already, and that is a career high.
At some point, Big 12 defenses are going to try to account for this guy. It just hasn't happened yet. Yeah. And the Kansas State fans that have made the drive or that live around here in Lawrence are loving it here at Memorial Stadium.
It's 21 unanswered points by K-State. And now the Jayhawks will try to answer back as Stephon Robinson takes a knee. And Carter Stanley and the Wildcats will start from their own 25-yard line after a couple of big games offensively. Brett Dearman not much.
Yeah,
Against Kansas State so far today, guys.
Like you said, we were talking to Dearman about Carter Stanley and what he can do, and they were saying he's working on consistency. He's been up and down, but he's going to be a more consistent guy. Well, he hasn't been very consistent, and that has really hurt Puka Williams and Parchment and Charlotte and Robinson and all their playmakers. They just haven't been able to get going.
And Kansas going with a new quarterback here. As they start the second half, this is Puka Williams on the carry. And Torrey Loughlin now in a quarterback for Kansas as they make a change. Loughlin had that one play. He comes out. And Stanley is now back in. There's Stanley.
Interesting. Loughlin not on the depth chart.
So a gain of 1. Stanley will fake the handoff, throws, and incomplete. Contact and a flag. Andrew Parchment, he got locked up with Walter Neal Jr. And a flag thrown back near midfield.
Just the attempt to get it down the field has got to be heartening here for some of the fans in the stands. It just Kansas has really had a hard time. Very prolific offense the last couple weeks under Coach Dearman, and it just hasn't shown yet today. This penalty will give them a good start.
By the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty and a first down.
And that is now a season-high 9 penalties for Kansas State as we go back to
no foul for an ineligible player down.
You're going to see Walter Neal Jr. just trying to keep position. I didn't see too much, but when the throw is behind, the receiver sold it.
Pass interference was against number 15.
Thanks for that.
There's Neal.
just a throw was to the back shoulder. Neal was in position and just kind of, maybe just a little too much there.
Pressure coming. Stanley throws near side. And that's Robinson with the catch. And it is a catch across midfield. Neal again on the coverage, but a gain on 11.
It's a nice throw there by Carter Stanley. Probably the best throw he's had all day today. From the far hash, gets the foot down. Nice catch. Stephon Robinson. They want to get their playmakers going. This offense has big play ability. The running back, the receivers, all of them.
Now Puka. That's a nice move and tackled across the 45. Gain of 5 for Williams, tackled by Bronson Massey and Wayne Jones.
Wow, I know that didn't look like much, but just that shoulder move that he made right inside, making people miss, just shows how special Puka can be. Let's see if they can get him more involved in this game. They're starting to catch a rhythm and run with a little pace.
So Puka up to 40 yards rushing. Now Stanley throws open. That's Dalen Charlotte. That'll be a first down inside the 40 as the pile shoves him out. A gain of 11 and some more chatting going on.
Daquan Patton getting involved there with Charlotte. A lot of chirping down there, and it's not from the Jayhawk.
It's rivalry week, baby.
Yeah, it really is.
Charlotte transfer from Alabama. Senior. Here's a run. Here's Puka. Lowers the shoulder. And put the shoulder to helmet on Wayne Jones. Picked up 7. Jones and Green combined on the stop.
Strong finish. Finish the runs. Lowering the shoulder. Picking up a little extra bit. Tough runner.
Stanley pressured. He'll throw. That's caught. Flag down. Charlotte. And he's wrestled down near the 12. There was a lot of space between Charlotte and A.J. Parker.
Whenever you see a lot of space like that on the comeback route,
it's on the offense,
tends
right?
to be the offense. Absolutely, Corey.
Charlotte pleading his case.
Pass interference by number 2 of the offense. It's a 15-yard penalty, and it's still second down.
Here he is right here. You're going to see the push-off. A.J. Parker, best cover guy Kansas State has.
Oh, we pushed him twice. Yeah. Can't do that.
He would have got away with the first one.
Yeah, the first one was okay.
And a lot of talking back and forth. We keep talking about that. The officials doing a good job trying to restore order. And now Kansas is behind it after some good momentum on this drive.
And that's nearly intercepted by Parker. Stanley fortunate that was not picked off by Kansas State. 3rd down and long, down 24-3.
Yeah, Stanley was lucky on that one. Looks like miscommunication there with Charlotte. They were looking for a, it's almost like Carter Stanley threw a slant and Charlotte ran the hitch. Regardless, A.J. Parker almost had a pick. Had a big pick last week against Oklahoma.
On 3rd and 18, going deep, and that's incomplete at the 12-yard line. Robinson wanted a flag. It did not happen. Jones on the coverage. Goolsby there as well. So 4th down as the Jayhawks will punt.
Yeah, penalty ended up killing Kansas that time. Sort of a flip script from the first half where the penalties were really hurting Kansas State. Wayne Jones was turned around on that play but got himself right. There was double coverage over the top and underneath. Another errant throw by Carter Stanley.
Joshua Youngblood back to receive the Kyle Thompson punt. The Jayhawks had momentum, but then the penalty forces another punt. As Youngblood runs away from it and bounces inside the 10-yard line. So 7:42 to go, 3rd quarter. Skylar Thompson, 2 rushing touchdowns today. He'll have the ball when we come back.
Timeout.
Welcome back to FS1 College Football, sponsored by Volkswagen. Drive something bigger than yourself. Skylar Thompson and the Kansas State offense back on the field, leading 24-3. Thompson's had another productive day. And now Irvin, a freshman, across the 10, tackled near the 12 by Davon Ferguson. After a gain of nearly 5.
And now the Wildcats are in a very advantageous position for them. They've got this beautiful, sophisticated run game that they've developed with their offensive coordinator, Courtney Messingham, Chris Kleiman, the head coach. This is what they did at North Dakota State. A lot of different looks, and they're really comfortable right now running the ball and getting a good push.
There's Irvin again. And 1st down across the 17-yard line. 7 more for Joe Irvin. Tackled by Mike Lee.
And it is the mark of a very healthy run game when you can lose a couple backs and still get it going.
No, yeah, as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys have carried the ball effectively. I would say effectively, including the quarterback for Kansas State. And just because they don't have their leader in James Gilbert, they're still getting it done on the ground.
Jordan Brown has almost been a non-factor, really. I mean, they've done it with their 3rd and 4th string people.
Irvin again. Takes a hit, but keeps the legs moving for 4 more. Sam Burt and Ferguson. Davon Ferguson combined on the stop.
Kansas State has never really been a beauty contest type of offense. Not under Bill Snyder, and maybe they will be more as the years go on under Chris Kleiman. We know what he did with Easton Stick and Carson Wentz up in North Dakota, but he's done a great job adjusting to this personnel and mixing it up, but still keeping that identity of a hard-nosed team running the ball.
Here's Trotter with a 1st down run across the 30. And how much of this success, not just Trotter and Irvin so far on this drive, is because of the threat that Thompson poses to this Kansas defense?
Well, when you have a quarterback that can run effectively the way Skylar Thompson has the last 2 weeks, you got to account for him, which means that's one less player that you can add to the run game defense. So it's a lot more to think about defensively. You don't know if he's going to hold it, pull it, hand it off. It's just a lot. It adds another element for the defense to think about.
So DJ Elliott, Kansas defensive coordinator, Jayhawks dead last in stopping the run amongst the Big 12 Conference. And they've struggled today, 3 more. On the ground there, tackled by Jay Deneen.
And now that Kansas State, with the 21-point lead, can really just get into their offense, which is a huddle. We're going to run it. You're going to know we're running it, and we're still going to be able to move the ball and collect first downs.
DJ Elliott knows it, the defensive coordinator. There's Coach Kleiman for Kansas State. The thing I really like is all the window dressing Kansas State has pre-snap in their run game.
Trotter, this time, loses 1. Zur Kamara in on the stop. Kamara, great story. Immigrated from Africa at the age of 9, and really his first love was soccer. Became a Green Bay Packer fan. First football game he saw was an Aaron Rodgers game. Became a big Packer fan, but I think that Mahomes guy is pretty good too.
Mahomes ain't bad, and that time Kamara did a great job standing up and making a play, which has to happen when you're getting the ball run on you over and over again to create this third down situation.
Clock running at 4:05 to go. Kansas State's been so good on third down today. A 3rd and 8 open. That's a catch and a first down for Nick Lenners, the tight end.
And there's another example of just how effective this Wildcats run game has been. Kamara had Lenners, and he just passed him off because he was staring in the backfield, waiting for something to happen. And then it becomes a very easy throw for Skylar Thompson to make. And Kamara's late getting over.
10 more on the pass and catch. Thompson to Lenners. So with that third down conversion, Lenners and the Wildcats now 8 of 12 on third down tonight.
That's good. Very good.
There's Irvin up the middle, takes a hit, keeps on going. Spun down inside the Jayhawk 45. Gain of 13 for Irvin, tackled by Mayberry. It was an injured Kansas player.
You see him following Jax Deneen through the hole, the fullback. Just beautifully executed run.
An injured player will step aside. Now look at that ball control today. One-sided all Kansas State in terms of plays, but time of possession. And Petros, that's not uncommon. That's a strength with this Kansas State team.
Well, that's what they do. I mean, they have 3 fullbacks, 2 tight ends. They do a lot of this stuff, and they're doing it very well here.
It's Irvin, left side, flag thrown. Irvin cuts back to the 25 and tackled near the 15. Kansas believes this is coming back.
Holding by number 85 of the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty and replay first down.
They say it's on Logan Long, one of the tight ends I just mentioned. Here he is. See what happens. He's one-on-one there.
Oh, yeah.
With Johnson, that's a hold.
That's unfortunate because that was a pretty nice run there by the freshman, Joe Irvin.
See that, 10 penalties now on Kansas State. Negates a 28-yard run. So 2:40 to go in the third quarter. 24-3. Kansas State. Thompson in the sunshine. Still looking to throw, and now flings it out of bounds. Malik Knowles in the vicinity. Second down. Skylar Thompson pondered transferring after last season. And Chris Kleiman arrived in Manhattan, and he told Thompson from day one, "You're my guy."
Changed his life, really. I mean, he was telling us about that, and he was kind of lost last year. Didn't know what he wanted to do. Didn't know if he wanted to stay in Manhattan. Kleiman changed all of that, and what a decision the young man was able to make for himself by staying put.
It's Brooks trying the right side. And he's tackled by Karan Johnson. There's another flag thrown. And that will halt play with 2:17 to go in the third quarter.
I think they're going to get another holding here on the edge on the outside.
Holding by number 2 of the offense. The penalty is declined. It's third down.
It's Trotter adding to the season high now 11 penalties. Now the Wildcats.
You could really argue that penalties have been the only real problem Kansas State has had in this football game. Their own mistakes have really stood in their way more than the Jayhawks on the road here.
They denied the penalty, so a third down and 14. Thompson, the pocket, throwing. Tight spot, off the fingertips, incomplete. Joaquin Gill, the intended receiver, had a chance, could not hang on to it. It'll be fourth down. Bryce Tornadin, safety, in on the coverage.
Right there's Tornadin.
Yep, and you see in the slot, Joaquin Gill's going to run the out route. The ball is thrown on time in a good spot, gets it over Tornadin. Just Joaquin Gill unable to bring it in and secure the catch.
So Anktel will boot this one away to Kenny Logan Jr. It'll bounce at the 3 and skip into the end zone. So Kansas will have the ball when we come back down 24-3 in FS1. .145 to go in the third, 24-3. Jayhawks have the ball. Carter Stanley in the offense trying to get something going here, guys. Last two games, so much momentum, but nothing has been there throughout the ball game tonight.
Yeah, coming into this game, I thought we were going to see a little bit more offense from the Jayhawks. They have weapons all over the place. They have big playability as well.
And they run it. With Puka Williams, there's a flag. Williams slips free across the 35 and dragged out at around the 37 by Goolsby. With a flag thrown. For now, it's a gain of 19.
A.J. Parker is down.
By number 61 of the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty, and it's still first down.
So Malik Clark as Parker's being looked at by the Kansas State medical staff. Parker in obvious pain.
Yeah, he went down awkwardly there trying to chase down Puka Williams. He is their best cover guy.
I saw it too, but I thought he was just, I thought, okay.
Now this week on Thursday Night Football, it's an AFC West showdown as Phillip Rivers and the Chargers take on Derek Carr and the Raiders. It all starts at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on Fox, NFL Network, and streaming on Prime Video.
There's two teams in Los Angeles, Corey, the Chargers and the Rams, and the most popular one is the Raiders. It's the truth.
As Parker needs some help getting off the field. Plenty of Kansas State fans made the trip 85 miles down I-70. Brett Dearman and this Kansas offense find a spark.
Well, they're watching the best cover guy being helped off right now. He's A.J. Parker's the guy that stays on the hardest matchup that Kansas has. I would imagine that's Stephon Robinson right now, number 5. We'll see what they try to do to exploit that after the penalty.
So on first down, it's a run, still fighting, but not much. That closed quickly. Daquan Patton, Walter Neal Jr. on the stop. Puka Williams maybe picked up a yard.
Yeah, the Kansas State defense has not let off the gas pedal at all. The D-line is getting a big push up front, and the linebackers, like Daquan Patton, are filling the gaps and making plays.
Charlotte in motion on 2nd down and 19. Again, it's a run. And again, it's Puka. Good run this time. It's most of it back after the penalty, giving this a 3rd and manageable for Kansas. Tackled by Alexander.
I thought they thought that this was going to pop like this on 1st down. Puka does a great job of stretching it, getting Patton to kind of bubble over and then getting up underneath him. Just a really smart running back who sees things that not everybody can see back there. And that's why, being his weight, he can still run between the tackles.
No, absolutely. He's got a great feel for it. As we see Malik Clark.
He was down earlier in the game, came back, and now is being looked at again, as is Daquan Patton. Let's check in now in L.A. with a game break. Here's Mike Hill.
Guys, Oklahoma State TCU, the nation's leading rusher is Chuba Hubbard, and he's adding a lot more to that total. 92 yards for this TD. That gives the Cowboys a 7-point lead. Hubbard over 100 yards for the 7th straight game. That's the longest current streak in the nation. It's 24-17 late in the 3rd, OK State.
All right, Mike, thank you. It's a 3rd down and 6, a must for Kansas. And they run it with Puka to the outside, and he's brought down short of the 1st down. It took a long time, and Puka tried to get the edge, could not, only got 2. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Kansas State, after 3, leading 24-3. Set to start the 4th quarter here in Lawrence. Kansas State 24, Kansas 3. And the Wildcats, they've owned this rivalry in recent years. They've won it 10 straight times, leading as we start the 4th quarter. Corey Provis, Shane Vereen, Petros Papadakis, Dean Blandino from L.A. Today. And Kansas will go for it on 4th down. Stanley in trouble, throws, and that's incomplete through the hands of Kwame Lassiter. What do you make of the decision there? Start the 4th quarter, 4th and long.
You know, they really have got nothing going offensively. The fans in the stadium didn't want to see him punt it away and watch Kansas State grind it out again. So you take a big chance here and stem into this. They wanted Puka. That was the original play out to the right side, but he makes a good recovery and throws a catchable ball over to Lassiter.
So Les Miles, a gamble, felt like only chance.
And this is the 9th straight drive that K-State has been inside KU territory. And this game could be a lot worse for Kansas. They still have an opportunity here.
So on 1st down, it's Trotter. And Trotter gets through the first surge. Picks up about 7. Ferguson with his 7th tackle. Trotter, former walk-on. Played some at Louisville earlier in his collegiate career. He's taken on a bigger role today with injuries to James Gilbert and Jordan Brown. Brown had 2 carries early in the game. Haven't seen Gilbert all game.
I've been impressed with Trotter.
No, I have. I think he's stepped in. He's held his own. He's been productive on the ground. Got a touchdown under his belt. Definitely a game in a big rivalry to be proud of.
Now they fake it to him. Thompson looking for the end zone. Incomplete. Diving try by Lenners.
Well, they thought they had a touchdown dialed up there. Perfectly called after setting up Trotter and the fullback. But a good job by Kansas recognizing it and covering and Lenners up.
Now, part of Kansas State's success to me, guys, tonight has been this down. How good Kansas State has been on 3rd down.
And they've kept it manageable on 1st and 2nd. You know, they've kept it close. They haven't had a lot of 3rd and long.
See the numbers, 8 of 13 on 3rd down tonight. A 3rd and 3, it's the option. And the pitch to Trotter. Inside the 10, first down. Kansas State. And some more chirping going on.
Yeah, the chirping hasn't stopped, and option plays on third down haven't really been stopped either. So you've seen this in the first half. Oh, there was a nice block there that cut down the linebacker. Good pitch, good finish there by Trotter. You know, it's just, they're just running the plays that they can run well successfully.
It's Gill and Ferguson saying hi at the end of the play. It's on first and goal. This is Thompson. A stiff arm at the 8 and shoved out at the 5. There's Kyle Mayberry. The stiff arm from Thompson. Second and goal.
One of the other big advantages, and Mayberry's really been picked on by this Kansas State team today, but one of the big advantages of being able to run your quarterback that much as well is the extra guy. You have an extra guy blocking and somebody that the defense cannot account for. That's what Shane has been talking about throughout this game.
Career high 124 yards in the ground for Thompson. It's second and goal. And it's Trotter as he stretches across the 5. Tornaded on the stop, picked up 2. It'll be third down and goal. Total yards, Kansas State over 400 yards, and for the Jayhawks, who put together back-to-back 500-yard games offensively, just over 100 tonight.
Yeah, they've been shocked by this Wildcat defense and the way this game has played out. They thought they had a much better chance offensively so far in this game.
On third down, Thompson will step up, has a lane, and an easy score. Third rushing touchdown tonight for Skylar Thompson.
And that Jayhawks defense is just gassed. They don't have it to stop him anymore. They just don't have the juice in their legs. That time, Caleb Sampson just stayed on the ground. He never got up to get after the quarterback. And Thompson is just exploiting DJ Elliott's defense with his legs.
So 4 rushing scores last week against the Sooners, 3 on the ground tonight. And Kansas State blowing out the Jayhawks in Lawrence. 31-3 early on, fourth quarter on FS1. Yeah, it's been that kind of day for the Jayhawk fan base. Skylar Thompson and the Wildcats, they have run at will of the Jayhawks tonight. 127 yards, a career high for Thompson. 3 more on the ground tonight. That's a 31-3 game early on here in the fourth quarter. Wildcats have run off 10 straight wins in this series. The last few between these two in recent years tightly played. It was a 4-point game last year, but all K-State tonight. There's Robinson on the return. And he is spun down near the 25-yard line. Skylar Thompson plays with a heavy heart each and every day in practice when it comes to the games especially. He marks his cleats. Mom on the left and JWT on the right side of your screen. He lost his mother, Teresa, to breast cancer when he was only 6 years old. 7 months earlier, lost his grandfather, John Walter Thompson, to pancreatic cancer. So 2 important figures still in Skylar's life. He remembers each and every day he plays, he practices. Mom on one cleat and JWT on the other. On first down, here's Parchment. A gain of 4.
We'll see if this Wildcat defense kind of exhales a little bit, gives Kansas some life offensively. They've not done it all game.
On second down, Stanley trying to keep the play alive. Doesn't happen. Brought down for a big loss by Kyle Ball, the senior from Prairie Village, Texas. A loss of 14.
Senior and D able to get a sack in a rivalry game. He's from Kansas. I'm sure this game means a lot to him. Able to get to Carter Stanley and force a big loss. And Now the KU offense is 3rd and 20.
Oof. It's the 3rd sack for the Wildcat defense tonight. Again, Stanley in trouble. Keeps the play alive and now has to just throw it short to Puka Williams as he's hit by about 3 Wildcat defenders across the 30-yard line. Picked up 17. Have to go for it here. They went for it on 4th down earlier. And have to now, 4th and 3, right?
Yeah, stay on the field.
And I'm wondering if it's because of the injury to their long snapper as well. You know, maybe take a chance of getting the 1st down instead of an errant snap.
On 4th and 3. Time. Deep. Sideline. Incomplete. And Robinson could not make the play. And the Wildcats will get it back with 10:18 to play. Off the fingertips. Oh, so close. But Kansas denied. Timeout. So many great players over the years in this rivalry game. Offensively, Sproles, Jordy Nelson, Tyler Lockett, 2-time Big 12 Special Teams Player of the Year. Great names over the many years between these 2 longtime rivals. This is Tyler Burns.
Ooh.
Refusing to go down. Tyler Burns, 18 tough yards.
Where's Burns been? Goodness me, this is the fun part about when you're dominating a game, especially in a rivalry. Different guys get the ball that usually don't. The whole sideline erupted. Towels started to wave all around when Burns was carrying these Jayhawks inside the 20. Kansas State in full control, of course.
See Burns, a junior, 12 carries out of the year. Thompson still in a quarterback. 31-3 game. Here's Burns again, up the middle, 5, end zone, touchdown, K-State, 14 more for Burns.
This point in the game, it just doesn't look like the Jayhawk defense, who's been out there for so long, just has the will or ability to stop these pulling guards in this run. Huge push, and you're just going to see Burns straighten up and fly right over the end zone, right over the big A in Kansas. Well,
Barely. Barely touched was Burns. Extra point is good, and we will step aside in Lawrence. The Wildcats have used 5 different runners. The latest, Burns. Touchdown run, 38-3. Welcome back to FS1 College Football, sponsored by Volkswagen. Drive something bigger than yourself. Corey Provis, Shane Breen, Petros Papadakis from Lawrence. 38-3 Kansas State. With 9:30 to go in the 4th quarter. Nick McClellan has been busy, including all these kickoffs tonight. Here's Stephon Robinson from the 9. Robinson ripped down across the 30.
Burns got him. Scored a touchdown and then run down on the kickoff and make the tackle.
Burns a part of the red zone success that Kansas State and Skylar Thompson have had tonight. 5 of 5. And all 5 on the ground.
You couldn't get me to score a touchdown and run down on the kickoff. I would boycott that. You go out there with 10 guys.
Tyler Burns had a couple of carries on the last drive and punched it in for the latest Kansas State touchdown. And Stanley throws. That's caught. Dalen Charlotte around the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard. And now some more pushing and shoving going on. as the officials race in to separate the parties. And you can see the Kansas sideline dejected, but Wyatt Hubert and the K-State sideline elated right now. And what a job that Scotty Hazelton has done here tonight, guys.
He's a new coordinator, but this Kansas State defense in particular today looks a lot like the great defenses they had under Bill Snyder of yesteryear. Just really disciplined on every level.
And Stanley will keep it. And tackled 3 yards shy of the first down, picked up 6. Hubert in on the stop.
And this Kansas State defense, they had their work cut out for them today. Like we said, the Kansas offense was hot coming into this game. Over 1,000 yards of offense in the last 2 games, and not much today.
On 3rd down and 3, this is Gardner. First down across the 40. And tackled by Denzel Goolsby. First down run, a gain of 10 for Velton Gardner. It's the 8th first down all game.
Goolsby, one of those guys that played for Bill Snyder for a long time. He's a senior out of Wichita. They're starting to get the hang of this new defense.
Stanley throwing open. That's Parchment. We'll have a first down. The 41-yard line. But getting back to Scotty Hazelton, the chess match tonight was going to be, you have this red-hot Kansas offense that's been throwing the ball at will in recent games, but going up against a really good pass defense in Kansas State tonight.
Yeah, Kansas State has the upper hand in this one. There's no doubt about that. But the ability for them to corral these big play threats of the Kansas offense has been impressive.
Robinson open inside the 30 and dragged down around the 28-yard line by Daniel Green. 3rd catch for Stephon Robinson tonight.
Now you're starting to see what Kansas does offensively. Obviously, very late, but when Stanley can set his feet, he can deliver a beautiful football.
Stanley hit as he throws, ball in the air, tipped around, still contested, and now it's on the ground. Had about 3 or 4 different hands on that ball at some point. Reggie Walker provided the hit and the pressure on Stanley, and now a flag thrown.
Frustration.
Pimane, center. Cooled down by his teammates here.
I understand the frustration.
Ooh,
after the
can't
play,
do that.
unsportsmanlike conduct by number 58 of the offense. It's a 15-yard penalty, and it's 2nd down. That's his first of the game.
He could have been ejected for that. They're lucky that he's not. They are taking him out, though.
Richard Jr. from East Palo Alto, California. Coaching going on there from Les Miles. It's an offensive line that rotates so many different bodies. Akeem Adeniji, he'll stay in at left tackle, but the other group, they will rotate as many as 9 different offensive linemen in a given game. 2nd and 25, and Stanley goes down. Sacked by Khalid Duke. Guy that filled in at linebacker for the loss of Eric Gallen. A loss of 6. And Stanley limping around a little bit after that latest pop from Khalil Duke.
Kansas State not letting off the gas pedal, not one bit, regardless of who's in the game. They're coming in to get theirs.
Yeah, they're bringing pressure. They brought Duke right off the edge there in a 3rd or 2nd and very long situation, and now it's 3rd and forever.
Number 7 needs to lead the game for an equipment violation.
So Stanley comes off, and Kansas has a new quarterback. This is Manny Miles, coach's son. And Miles gets out near the 40-yard line. So 2 of Les Miles' children on this Kansas roster. Manny Miles, quarterback, Ben Miles, fullback,
Baton Rouge is the tell. That's how you know that they're Les's sons. I think a very wise decision to get Carter Stanley out of the game at that point by Les Carter Stanley to keep taking these hits and keep dropping back and really getting beat up by this Kansas State D.
The punt here for Thompson. He's going to bounce to the 15 and be down near the 1. So Carter Stanley, he's been pressured throughout the night. Khalid Duke with the sack. All K-State here in the 4th. Now download the Fox Sports Super 6 app and play Super 6 NFL Sunday for a chance to win up to $250,000 this Sunday. We have 2 contests. Games start at 9:30 a.m. Eastern from London on NFL Network, so get those picks in early. The quarterback in for Kansas State is Nick Aust. And so keeping himself to get some more room. It's the 4th game for Aust. Kansas native. A sophomore, 6'5", 209.
And one thing they've really been able to do, the Wildcats, that is really just get people involved that don't play a whole bunch. You know, you saw the touchdown from Burns. Here's Aust getting some run and getting comfortable in that huddle. Joey Irvin, a young back that they're developing. Harry Trotter, redshirt junior, stepped up today. They have a lot to look forward to.
And here's Burns. He's brought down at the 8. A gain of 5. See James Gilbert, have not seen him all night. Practiced on Thursday.
You can run the ball like this without your starting tailback. You know, you're in pretty good shape. And you've got some guys some pretty good experience.
Yeah, got guys experience, been able to develop some guys, get some play time in situations where they usually won't get in, but
goes a long way.
3rd and 3, Burns still running hard, stacked up, and then the pile will drive this forward for a first down. Had to get to the 12, and then he was stood up at around the 13-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, first down, Kansas State.
Yeah, and the 4th quarter and 3rd quarter is going to be very difficult to watch. Very fun to watch for Coach Kleiman because that's exactly how he dialed it up. But for the Kansas defense, they're going to have trouble watching this tape. But the one thing we have to remember is they've just been out there for way too long. You see what's next for Kansas State, and those are all very winnable games, especially when you think about how they've been playing the last few weeks.
Coors Light road ahead, sponsored by Coors Light, made to chill, celebrate responsibly. There's Burns, upended across the 15-yard line. Kenny Logan Jr. Burns a little slow to get up.
he took a big shot there to the leg.
Would you hit him high?
Can't say that I would.
That's a big guy.
Both Gilbert and Jordan Brown dealt with lower body injuries throughout the week. Saw Brown briefly, but Burns here late. Trotter and Joe Irvin a part of the ground game today for Kansas State.
You hear Coach Kleiman saying, Nick, I got you. Yeah, he's going to call him a timeout because they had
Kansas State calls their first timeout of the half.
Personnel issues.
30-second timeout.
Let's take a look at tonight's All-State Mayhem moment, and why not focus on the junior quarterback, Skylar Thompson. Guys did this a lot last week, and more of the same tonight.
More of the same, very successful, very efficient. The offense has worked really, really well today. I mean, not too many blunders except for the penalties, but a large part the success of this offense was because of Skylar Thompson and his performance out here in the Sunflower Showdown.
Been so good, and his face paint hasn't even run. I mean, his face paint still looks as good as it did in the first half. I mean, that guy runs for over 100 yards as a career high, and face paint still looks good.
How about that?
First 20 get on a plane now? You
right.
can drive back?
First 25 games at 11 touchdowns on the ground, and the last 2, 7. 3 tonight. As Trotter's back in. Trotter will pick up maybe 1. Kansas State is approaching a season high in rushing yards in any one game. Season high 333 against Bowling Green. That came back on September 7th. We're at 330 right now.
Yeah, that senior-laden offensive line really is going to have a big celebration in their meeting room all week long. They've done a great job, and without their 2 best backs, they put together the best rushing performance of the year.
And seniors, Petros, who have never known defeat in this rivalry. They've never lost to Kansas. As Burns carries across the 20. Picked up 4. Now, chatting with both coaches and coaching staffs throughout the week, both coming off emotional wins, dramatic wins last week. Would that be a hangover? Would the players be able to put that behind them? And all sides said what made it easier was that a rivalry game is coming, that they can focus attention now on their rival the next weekend.
Yeah, and I think you see 2 different teams handling it in different ways. Obviously, Kansas State coming up with the victory, just much more effective in what they were doing defensively, offensively, being able to move the ball. Kansas having some troubles offensively and defensively today.
Enkel's punt will bounce inside the 35-yard line. 90 seconds to go. And Kansas will have it trailing 38-3. Well, for Les Miles, to Petros' progress the last couple of weeks, that close loss to Texas, came back, won in dramatic fashion last week, but then a step backwards here tonight.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a step backwards when you go to a rivalry game and have a performance like this. Defensively, they got beat up and run over, and offensively, they really weren't able to generate a lot against Coach Kleiman's team. But I think the one thing that you really got a taste of if you're a Kansas fan is people are excited about Les Miles. You know, they put together more victories than they have in a long time. They have it going in a way that they haven't in a while, and the place was full today.
Miles deep, and that's caught by Robinson, and he is tripped up inside the 35-yard line. It's a 32-yard play, Miles to Robinson.
And regardless of the outcome, one thing that Les Miles has always been so happy about this team is the way they play. They play hard. The kids care. They've bought in, and they play hard.
Miles in trouble, just heaves it. And near the 12-yard line, out of bounds. As Robinson.
How about that, man? He created a little space for himself. I got that ball out, gave Robinson a chance. See if his feet are in. Good call on the sideline.
Robinson, he thought he got 1 foot down, but clearly did not. And that just looked awkward. And now they throw it near the 5-yard line as a flag thrown. Somehow Dalen Charlotte, all that traffic, made the catch.
And if this is just a penalty on the defense, the catch will stand.
Yeah, free play.
Free play.
Left side didn't move there, but there's no rule that says they have to. So they all just stayed in their stance. So the offensive line.
Offside defense, number 40 and 29 were in the neutral zone at the snap. The penalty is declined. It's first down.
Sets up a 1st and goal. About the only negative I think Chris Kleiman will look back on tonight has been the penalties, right? It's about the only thing he'll look back on and say that has to be cleaned up here.
And coaches like a little something to harp on, you know, that'll be, because they played a pretty good game here in a rivalry game. They've responded beautifully after beating a top 5 team in Oklahoma at home. I mean, they've done a lot of good things in this game.
Kansas State calls their second timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
As Scotty Hazelton, defensive coordinator, brings his group over. His defense here tonight has played an exceptional game. Sean a sack on Stanley, a couple of picks. It was McPherson. And then Deshaun got him again. Stanley's had Kansas State defenders in his face. Kyle Ball the sack, another pick to Patton and the sledgehammer. Patton and the Wildcats, and they have a large contingent of Kansas State fans here. One would expect that. And they have enjoyed what they have seen here tonight in a 38-3 game.
Good thing about having a turnover sledgehammer is if you forget to bring it on the trip, you can buy another sledgehammer, you know, in mostly every college town, and, you know, paint it purple and you're good.
Now a surge towards the goal line. And he did not get in. Ben Miles.
Yeah, that's the other Miles.
Kansas calls their first timeout of the half.
All right,
30-second timeout.
Yeah, both of Coach's sons now in the game here.
Game clock at 43 seconds. 43.
Daquan Patton, another senior who has never known defeat in this rivalry. Yeah, that led Wildcat defense and tackles last year. A key part of the Kansas State defense again here in 2019.
What a great hire by Kansas State to go dig out Chris Kleiman and get him out of North Dakota State, where he was so comfortable and put together so many championship teams. And just to have the foresight to know he was ready to leave there and come to Kansas State just as Bill Snyder was stepping down from an illustrious career. Just a perfect moment and a great decision.
Second down. It's Miles under center, and he did not get there. He might have dropped the snap. As he took the snap, he immediately went down. And the clock stops with 38 seconds to go. Flag on the field.
Offside. Defense number 91 lined up in the neutral zone. Penalties half the distance to the goal, and it's still second down.
It's Jordan Mitty, senior from Aledo, Texas.
Are we going to get another Miles try for a touchdown? Tried Ben, they tried Manny.
Kansas State will improve to 5-3.
Chosen to start the clock on the snap.
Kansas State does not want to give up a touchdown, though the game is firmly in their grasp. A lot of pride there.
Kansas State 6-2 with a win here tonight. Miles on the option. He'll keep it. Touchdown, Kansas. So Manny Miles on a touchdown run. It's a nice handshake. Pat of the back from Dad, Coach. 38-9. The extra point is good. And we'll take a break. 38-10 on FS1. Kansas State 35 seconds away from their 6th victory of the season. Another win over the Jayhawks. A 38-10 score, and it's been that kind of night. A lot of smiles all game long for Skylar Thompson, Denzel Goolsby, and the Wildcats. This will be the 11th consecutive Kansas State win. Top of the longest winning streak in series history.
Kansas State calls their final timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
So Kansas State calls its last timeout. Now more action is coming up next here on FS1 as Northwestern takes on Indiana. Later on Fox, it's a Pac-12 showdown. Justin Herbert and number 7 Oregon will take on USC. You can also catch both games on the Fox Sports app. More college football to come on both FS1 and on Fox. Chris Kleiman. Kansas State have been in control from the outset here tonight. Skylar Thompson used his legs yet again. 3 rushing touchdowns. Now an onside kick here. Try for Kansas. This is recovered by Kansas State and Landry Weber. Now 6 wins, first 8 games as a head coach at Kansas State. Just the 3rd to ever do it. Not too many have been in this company.
And again, just the right hire, the right guy at the right time, and he loves Manhattan, Kansas. Skylar Thompson loves playing for him. Found a good thing in the Little Apple.
It's a handoff to Burns. Still fighting hard as he's tackled inside the 40-yard line. That'll be the final play of the game. So Kansas State now 6-2 on the year, and the Wildcats come to Lawrence and dominate the Jayhawks 38-10. Kansas State will take on Texas next. The Jayhawks will take on Oklahoma State. For Petros Papadakis and Shane Vereen and our entire crew, Corey Probus saying so long. Again, the final, Kansas State 38, Kansas 10. Right now, we get you back out to Los Angeles for more post-game coverage.